And so I want to show you guys one of the recent tools that we've developed over the past few years. This is it's a gap gauge, and this is actually from Mark's design, kind of parallel with one of our bits. And if you can see this, and we can kind of scroll in on maybe a closer view. Let's go to our sky cam, and I can show you guys this. Let's flip over to our side camera. If you see this, it's called a gap gauge, and it's super cool. And if you look here, I have a piece of vinyl and carpet. Both of these are on here, and that way I can actually decide, hey, if I put these two together, I can determine what the offset is, how big a bit it is, and it's super cool. The bit we're going to use is this 32nd inch bit. So this cuts 1 32nd inch time. So for this cut, get that on the screen there, I would router this 3 times to get that gap. And these plastic gauges give us a cool kind of gauge to measure our carpet and vinyl, and it makes it super cool.
Hey Bryan, real quick, can you show one of the demo panels behind you, just to give the guys an idea on the gap that we're talking about? Because this is one of the things that I learned from Bryan, that he always really stresses is you want to have these perfect transitions between the different pieces, and if you don't have that gap literally perfect, down to the 32nd of an inch, it really matters, and you'll see that those gaps there are nice and perfect, and that's where that measurement tool comes into play.
So that's aluminum, and then you got vinyl, and the gap gauge you would just run it one on each side. Or up here, this is plexiglass, or so on. So all these combinations of materials coming together, that gap gauge does a fantastic job paralleled with the router bit. So we just kind of want to paint the picture for some of the tools, and give you guys some more kind of food for thought.
I had to bring Tim. Definitely doesn't like being in front of the camera. He likes being behind the camera, but I had to pull him in here because his day job, he actually runs the special projects and install bay that we have here at KICKER, where we do all of our projects. And when you mentioned the tool you just did, it was hilarious, and I had to bring Tim on. He just ordered that exact tool to get into the shop.
Nice.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So I had to bring Timmy over here and at least get him on screen to talk about that for a second.
What's up, Tim? All right, more tools of the trade here. This is a cool, it's called a template guide tray. And, we have OCD. I know you guys do too. And that's why we build these trays. So all these things have a home, and it correlates to, whatever size it is. So 5/8 and on down. And then all the bits kind of go along with it. So the 1/8 inch, 3/16 1/4 inch bit. And if you can see the profiles on that as well, it makes a big difference. And these are some of the bits that we're going to use tonight on our actual live panel. But this is a really cool tray, and it's not new, but it's kind of new. It's a new spin on it, and we like this a lot because I'm going to show you what you can do with this. Is you can take and do some really cool inlays with this. So let's look at kind of this side, and like I said, I'm going to do this live in just a second. But as you see these cuts in here, that's a V bit that has a 90-degree bottom on it, and that gives you a really cool edge for the vinyl to tuck into. And then that is that 1/8 inch bit for that vinyl and carpet that we just showed you guys. So it just tucks right in there, and I can kind of give you a better visual here. It just tucks in that channel on each side with some glue. That's how we're getting that line. So you go from that to that.
Wow.
With just those bits. And I know it's kind of hard to see, there's some shadowing, but it's super cool. You can see that line, and then look, it's all held on with magnets. And there's nothing more impressive than pulling your trunk apart and the whole thing's covered with magnets. We just love that click, when it clicks.
Give them the click.
Yeah, here's the click. You can get it lined up and then just click, and everything, it's got the opposing magnets here. Click.
Well, now we know why there's a Neo shortage. It's right there.
Yeah, and then the top too. So these all just snap, and they have a lot of holding force. Same with this. So we want to kind of build a part of this little panel. This doesn't fit any vehicle, but it demonstrates what can be done. So if you have, this on the show floor for you dealers, or if you're building your trunk, this is a great example of what can be done. Or if you wanted to have maybe a portion of your car at a show and you have this off to the side, just like, hey man, this is how my trunk comes together. I actually have a little test panel. People dig it. It's really cool. It's a powerful tool. But just imagine this on a larger scale. If it was a full-size trunk, your wheel well would be here on the sides. So,
real quick, Bryan, a question from SJC Audio. He's asking that tray you just showed. He says, do you guys sell the trays by themselves? We
do. So we have universal trays. We have all kinds of, you can buy the tray a la carte. It's really, really cool. Before, I just kind of want to paint the picture of all of our tools before we actually do the demo, because that makes more sense. Now, this is in the next tool that we like to show, and we get a ton of questions on magnets, okay? And if you guys know, if you've ever drilled, magnets in,
when that comes back in stock.
It is in stock. It is in stock. It just came in stock.
You heard him.
Yeah. So these are special. These bits are actually a special size. They're undersized because we want to be able to tap these in with compression. So what that means is you're going to take this. It's a puck, and then we take the magnets. I'm going to grab a couple tools. We're trying to use the sky cam so you guys can see up close. And, it never fails. You get one in backwards or whatever. Well, this has, and I'm going to get close here, this has a north and a south orientation. So you can put it on that side or this side. And what that does is it allows you to take this and you put it over your magnetic hole on the back side, and then you can just take your hammer, your rubber mallet, and then you just tap, tap, tap. But all these holes are undersized just enough so that magnet actually has compression. You don't even have to use adhesion. I would recommend do a little dot of CA glue on the bottom so that magnet never comes out. But the little puck is so nice to just tap it in, and then you have the perfect drill bit. That it's a Forester bit, so it puts a flat bottom on there, and it just puts it in perfectly. So this is called our magnet fitment tray, and it's really cool. Mark and I, we worked on this.
Yeah, again, stressing the fact that those are custom Forstner bits that are undersized, because if you use a normal sized one, the magnets have a tendency to fall right out. So they get nice and tight with that. Hey, Bryan, where does that QR code link to?
Yeah, I was just going to tell Kip about this. This is for you, Kip. So you just take your phone over that, and then it pops up a little video, tells you how to use it.
It must be popular because Tim's sitting here drooling because heard him say this is one of the things he was wanting to get in the shop, and now that they're back, I think he's probably go off camera and go order it right now.